The legend of the moonlit lake. In a quiet village nestled between ancient forests and majestic mountains, there existed a legend about a mysterious lake that glimmered under the light of the moon. The villagers believed that the lake was cursed, and they avoided it at all costs, for it was said that those who ventured too close never returned. This is the story of a young man named Tumi, whose curiosity and bravery led him on a journey to uncover the truth behind the legend of the moonlit lake. The legend of the cursed lake had been passed down through generations, its origins shrouded in mystery. The villagers spoke of eerie lights that danced on the water's surface and whispers of a sorrowful spirit that guarded the lake. Despite the warnings, Tumi's fascination grew with each passing day. He felt a strange pull toward the lake, as if it were calling out to him, begging to reveal its secrets. One evening, as the full moon bathed the village in a soft glow, Tumi made a decision that would change his life forever. He set out to the lake, determined to confront whatever lay hidden beneath its shimmering surface. As Tumi approached the lake, a thick mist began to rise, swirling around him like a living entity. The air was heavy with an otherworldly silence, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Tumi's heart pounded in his chest, but he pressed on, his resolve unwavering. At the edge of the lake, Tumi saw the lights he had heard so much about. They flickered and danced on the water, casting an ethereal glow across the landscape. As he drew closer, the lights seemed to beckon him, leading him deeper into the heart of the mystery. The lake's surface was as smooth as glass, reflecting the moon's pale light. Tumi stared into the water, and for a moment it was as if time itself had stopped. The stillness was broken by a soft voice that seemed to emanate from the very depths of the lake. The voice belonged to the spirit of the lake, being bound to its waters by a tragedy that had occurred long ago. The spirit spoke of a time when the lake was a place of joy and love, before a curse had fallen upon it. Tumi listened intently, his heart aching for the sorrow that had befallen the spirit and the lake. The spirit told Tumi the story of a young couple who had once lived in the village. Their love was pure and true, but a jealous rival had cast a curse on the lake on the night of their wedding. The couple had disappeared into the lake, and their spirits had been trapped ever since, guarding the lake from those who would seek to disturb their eternal rest. Tumi knew that he could not leave the lake without trying to help the spirits find peace. The spirit revealed to him that the curse could only be lifted through a series of challenges, each designed to test his courage, wisdom, and compassion. Tumi faced the challenges with unwavering determination. The first test took him through a dark and twisted labyrinth where he confronted his deepest fears. The second challenge required him to solve ancient riddles that tested his intellect and intuition. Finally, the third challenge called for a selfless act of compassion, where Tumi had to choose between saving himself or helping another lost soul. With each challenge he overcame, Tumi felt himself growing stronger, not just in body but in spirit. The final task required him to sacrifice something precious to him, a talisman that had been passed down through his family for generations. Tumi knew that the sacrifice was necessary to lift the curse and free the spirits. As Tumi placed the talisman into the lake, the water began to glow with a golden light. The spirits of the couple were finally released from their torment and the curse was lifted. The lake, once a place of sorrow, was now filled with a sense of peace and serenity. Tumi returned to the village at dawn, where the villagers greeted him with awe and gratitude. The lake had been transformed, its waters reflecting the light of the rising sun. The legend of the cursed lake had come to an end, replaced by a story of bravery, love, and the power of compassion. The story of the moonlit lake became a cherished tale in the village, a reminder of the strength that lies within each of us to face our fears and to seek the truth. Tumi's journey taught the villagers the importance of understanding and kindness, and the lake, once feared, became a place of beauty and reflection. The legend of the cursed lake was no more, and in its place was a story of redemption and the triumph of the human spirit.